and he wish he had some back. But really proud of the way our defense came back and fought in the second half. I mean, they scored 3 points in the second half, and they're in the fourth quarter. Other than that, the other 7 points was a pick six for the offense. Gave them a gimme right there. And so, yeah, I thought turnovers and then red zone chances. We've been so efficient in the red zone all year long. We were only 2 of 4 in this game. Were really the keys to their success and our failures.
Thank you, Coach. Also joining Coach, we have Tre Williams III and Willie Jones II. We'll open it up to questions, and we will get a microphone to you.
Yeah, Coach, you guys talked a lot about your formula for winning. Were you just not able to replicate that today against a pretty good Tulane team?
Yeah, our formula for losing. We've done that twice this year, and those are games we weren't able to capture the win. And so the turnover margin was huge for us today. And then, too, I thought they did a nice job up front on their defensive line, getting some pressure on us early in the game and just not being able to have clean pockets at times. In the first half, I thought they were able to establish the run game and control the ball a little bit in the first half against us, and then our red zone chances. So, yeah, I mean, those are the things we've been really good at that were recipes for success for us, and they obviously weren't very good today.
It seemed like that muff punt kind of changed a lot of momentum in that second quarter. What was your vantage point of that play and how that all unfolded?
Yeah, just not good. I mean, our returner was trying to go get the ball. I have to go back and watch it. He got hit at some point, and so wasn't able to advance to the ball. And then, for us, our guys got to get out of the way. I mean, our gunner was way too far down there, and so those are mistakes that you can't afford to happen and give them the ball in that position at that time of the game after the defense had just gotten them off the field. And so, yeah, I thought that was a catastrophic play for our football program.
Yeah, it seemed like you had some success on the first drive of the game. What kind of changed after that?
Yeah, I didn't do anything different after that. Just thought, they were able to capitalize on some of the things they were doing. They didn't do anything different schematically from the first to the second and third. And so more just us not making our plays and them winning their one-on-one battles. So hats off to them. It's a really good football team, and I thought up front they won their one-on-ones.
It would have been easy to define what this moment would have meant for the program in the event of a win, but how would you define what this moment means to the program in the event of the loss?
Just so proud of these kids and what they've been able to accomplish this year and the way they've come together, from so many different places. We got, high school kids out there. We got people that have transferred 3 and 4. I mean, Will's transferred 4 different times and found his home, and to watch him, same thing. Tre comes in from a Division II Limestone, and just to watch how these guys have grown together every single week, the way they battle together, the way they love one another. I've told them in the locker room after the game, I mean, these are relationships that they'll have for the rest of their lives, and we've created so many memories. So they need to be proud of themselves. Still have a bowl game to play, the elusive bowl game in North Texas right now that we need to go find a way to win that game.
For the players, for you guys, how do you kind of summarize this season, the heights the program reached and kind of where it goes from here?
First off, I want to say thank you to our coaches and everybody that's involved. They were a good team. We're also a good team. We put ourselves in position to play for a championship. And like you said, we've had a lot of great moments throughout the seasons, a lot of ups and downs, and just being able to learn those lessons as a team and just build that family and that bond and just knock down each goal that we have as a team, it's a blessing.
There, what do you think happened after you got off to that 7-0 lead there?
Really just execution. Like I said, they're a good football team, and so just some of the little mistakes that we made are detrimental in a game like this. So just limited mistakes and things like that on our end.
Yeah, Tre, do you feel like you guys can regroup and go forward to a bowl game? Are you guys excited about that opportunity at this point?
Definitely. We just got to, regroup, get back, lock in, and get ready to go next week. And just watch the film, clean up the mistakes, and get ready to go out here and execute.
You guys have been so good offensively. 50 points up there. I think it was 7 times this year, scored 30 in every game. What was the difference today?
Execution. We just didn't execute. I mean, they called like great things, and we just didn't execute and didn't play to our keys.
Coach, what are the emotions like today? I know you still have the bowl game, but knowing, you're obviously leaving and everything, the emotions these last few weeks kind of leading in today, what was today kind of like and going through this game, knowing where it goes from here for you?
Yeah, I mean, this game today was no different than any other one. I think we're playing so much, playing for so much right now. I think, I've been committed to this team and these players every step along the way, and so I owe that to everybody. And then obviously, I mean, I think that's the world of college football right now. I mean, there's so much movement, and it's a new team everywhere you go each and every year. And so yeah, but obviously, sad just because this place has meant so much to me and my family, and really proud at the same time. I mean, proud of what we've been able to accomplish and how we've been able to accomplish it, and really happy for these players in the locker room to be a part of this journey. Thank y'all.
Check, 1, 2. Mic check, testing. 1, 2. Good? Cool. Check. Hey, check, 1, 2. Just let me know when everybody's good. If you can give me a thumbs up, appreciate it. Check. Hey, 1, 2. Mic check, testing. 1, 2. Mic check, testing. 1, 2. Hey, test. 1, 2. Check. Hey, 1, 2. Cool. Appreciate it, guys. Jason said, let's get him going. Jason told me we don't wait. I thought.
Who are we waiting?
Jack and Jake. John, you're a little wet.
Little. It was raining.
Jason, my dad?
Yeah,
I'm
those
just
are
texting
players
him.
too.
That way, players don't stick around while he's. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Can we get this show on the road?
No, go ahead.
Huh?
My dad.
No, I just want to do things how Jason wants to.
You know what? Jason's only going to be here, I said.
That's right. You may go ahead. All right, go.
All right, we're going to get started with Coach John Summerall. We'll start with an opening statement, and then we will open it up for questions.
Thank you all for being here tonight. A great night for Tulane football. Very proud of our players. Just such an amazing week. I told them in the locker room just now, good teams can be coach-led. Come on up, Jake, you're good. Good teams can be coach-led. Great teams have to be player-led. And at the start of the year, I thought we had some good leaders. I think the depth of our leadership is much improved. And so just excited for these guys. And selfishly, I'm very grateful I get to work two jobs for a little bit longer. So, but proud of them. These guys, man, they deserve so much credit for just their responses to everything that's come up throughout the year, going back to maybe a loss against Ole Miss or a loss to UTSA. But proud of them. Awesome night. Five takeaways, and I thought the run game were really the big critical things that won us the game. But with that, I'll open it up and let y'all talk to these guys.
Jack, first drive of the game, 15 plays, touchdown. North Texas didn't score again until almost the end of the third quarter. What do you think was the key to you guys holding an offense down that had scored over 30 points in every game?
Yeah, that first drive, they really did have to, tip their hand a little bit, show us what they're going to come with. But we knew they couldn't do that the whole game. 17 plays, that's not like them. And we knew that those third downs were critical. We got to get off the field, and we started to put everything together then.
Right there in the back.
Jack, you followed Coach from over here, Jack, in the back. You followed Coach from Troy over here to Tulane. What does it mean to you to, in his final game at Yulman Stadium, have the performance that directly impacted the win?
At Troy, I didn't really play much. I was a special teams guy. I ended up redshirting. But when he brought me over here, he told me he had a vision for me, and I just worked my ass off to get the opportunity. And, you got to seize the opportunity within the lifetime of the opportunity, and that's what I got able to do tonight. So.
Jake, right here. Look, you got here, a month before the season. Obviously, when you came here, you had high expectations, but for this journey to, I say finish at Yulman, let's say, with an American Conference Championship, just what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it wasn't long ago I looked at Jack's last name and I said, what is that? Figured it out, though. That's Chinchu over there. He's a heck of a ball player, in case you didn't know. Yeah, no, it's been unbelievable. It's guys like him who made it so easy for me to get in this building, man. The welcome was unbelievable, and it just starts from the top, from Coach Summerall, the way he told me about this program, and he didn't lie one step of the way. Like, this is exactly what he says it is, and, man, to be able to play for this team with these guys, it's just an unbelievable feeling to win this championship with these guys, man. This team is special, and it's one of a kind, and especially it's more and more true these days of college football, man. This team is different than any team there ever will be at Tulane, and so to be able to finish the job in conference like this, and then go have a chance to finish the job nationally is going to be an incredible opportunity.
Again, great mustache.
Thank you.
You working on it, Jack? No?
It's not in my genes.
Okay, I got you. Okay. So Jake, following up on this, coming into the position that you're in is a natural leadership position. But in order to get to that point, you have to do something special. Your coach talked about all the time. You met with everybody that you could before the season ever started. You took on that leadership role. What pushed you to get to that point? What got you there mentally?
This is my 5th year of college football. I knew that in order to have team success, you need a team. I mean, there's plenty of players out there all over the country who are really good ball players, but if you don't have a team, that's what it takes to win games down the stretch. And so from the moment I walked in here, I mean, the coach has said it before, I've said it before, like, I try to have lunch during fall camp with a different guy every day. You know, the great thing is, like, we're here for the whole day, so I can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a different guy. You know, breakfast might be tougher because guys are barely awake, but, like, lunch and dinner, I'm trying to talk to a different guy, different position group. Like, you know, guys have their groups that they usually eat lunch with or dinner with, and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to jump in. Mm-hmm. And I can remember conversations at that table over there with the guy who I ended up getting really close with, Javion White, and those DBs. Like, man, I got close with them pretty quick. Like, and just the O-line, that's a big deal. Like, to be able to have a seat at that table is a big deal, and I feel like I try to do that because it takes a team to win games, and that's what we have here as a team. And so that's why it was a high priority for me.
Thank you. And if you don't mind, Jack, what is that?
Most Outstanding Player Award.
How's it feel?
It's surreal. I mean, it's a blessing. I think we've worked so hard to get to this position, and like I said earlier, you know, the opportunity of a lifetime must be seized within the lifetime of an opportunity, and that's what we did tonight. Thank you.
Jake, a lot of the players who returned from last year talked about what their burning desire was to get over a loss like that. You weren't part of that, but I'm sure you felt like you should have been that BYU should have won the conference championship last year. How good does it feel to get that second chance and feel like what you probably thought you should have been able to do last year?
Yeah, Coach talked about the games they remember played in November, and now we're in December, which they're even more important here, obviously. But, you know, I've experienced loss in November, just like that they talked about last year. So anytime they brought up the conference championship last year, I knew the feelings that they were talking about because I had experienced them, you know, out west. And, like, I knew that you have to win games in November to be a team that they remember. And they're not doing any, you know, they're not doing any reunions for just winning, you know, 9 or 10 games. They're going to do them for the teams that win championships. And what that takes is winning hard games in November when you don't feel like getting up at 5 a.m. You don't. Your alarm goes off and you're just like, man, another day. Like, so what? And that's what this team does is that we just continue to just keep showing up. The guys are going to get here and check in and do what they got to do. And that's what it takes to go win a championship, and this team stepped up to the plate and did that.
Jake, Jamauri's really come along in the past few weeks. How has this rise really helped you prevail tonight and win this championship?
Yeah, a guy like him, man, just a young cat who has been so fun to just play with this year. To be able to see his progression, I mean, he's a different guy than he was, you know, Northwestern. Completely different guy. I mean, his maturity throughout the season has been so incredible to watch. And being kind of a guy who's been around football for too long now, 5 years, is like to be able to watch a guy who's been young like that to progress in that way where, man, if he, you know, made a mistake early in the year, like straight up, he was down in the dumps. And, man, I had a couple great conversations with him about, like, what this takes to be a great player in this sport. And, man, he took that to heart, and he improved on it day after day. And watching him at practice, have that attention to detail, and it shows up in the game. He had 121 yards rushing tonight and a touchdown. That's pretty dang good. I'm happy it's taken him so long to come around because I think I'm still the leading rusher on this team. So,
for both players, but starting with you, Jake, y'all are now the first team in Tulane history to essentially clinch a spot into the college football playoffs. Just hearing that. What are your thoughts of being one of the 12 teams still alive to win a national championship in the country?
Yeah, it's an incredible opportunity we have in front of us. And that's all you can ask for, frankly, in life. It's about opportunities and what you do with those opportunities. So I'm excited for this team. I'm excited for the way we show up. We're going to have that team meeting to watch the selection show. I'm excited for the vibes that these guys are going to bring. It's going to be a fun day, obviously. We know we're expected to see our logo pop up. But then I'm more excited to see what comes Monday practice. You know, it's probably going to be a little lighter because I think we have 2 weeks. But regardless, like, there's going to be a lot of smiles around this building because we got a great opportunity in front of us.
I mean, yeah, it's just special to be in this position. But, you know, we've worked so hard for this. After the UTSA game, it felt like people were starting to write us off. But, you know, in this room, in this building, we knew that everything was still right in front of us. And to be able to go back and take what's ours feels special.
Coach Summerall, we've seen a lot of coaching changes in the history of college football, but I don't know that I've ever seen a coach conduct themselves the way that you have amidst all this chaos. What I guess led you to what made it so important to you to finish things out the right way here and with this team?
Yeah, I've said it a lot. I think, you know, just as important, if not more important than how you start at a place, it's very important how you finish. And I'm forever indebted to Tulane. You know, I was an assistant coach here over a decade ago. It's been a complete privilege and honor for me to be the head football coach here. And you know, I think in my introductory press conference 2 years ago, I said, we're going to win the conference championship. We're going to go to the college football playoff. And I also said, we're going to win it. So we got work to do. The job's not done. But I'm very blessed and fortunate. I'm grateful for the Tulane administration, Mike Fitz and Patrick Norton and David Harris, for allowing me to finish this job the right way and be here for these guys. I'm grateful for them to allow me to do it too. You know, they could have said, no, we don't want you to coach us, even though because you're leaving. And, you know, because it's all about the players, man. Like, if there weren't any players, you wouldn't need a coach. It's not about me. It's about them.
I want to say something about that real quick. Like, there's nobody else in the country who won't lead this team right now. Like, this guy has been unbelievable. Like, joke's on me. It took him 2 times to get me here, but, like, get me to play for him. But, like, it's what he's done for this team, the way he gives it every day, day in and day out. Like, we're blessed to have him to lead us. It's not like, you know, we're just like, okay, yeah, coach, you can come along for the ride. Like, we're blessed to have this guy out front to push us. And the way he's built this program to get guys like Jack Chinshu to do what he's doing, man, make plays like that, be a leader like that. Like, he has given the program to us, and so we're just indebted to him to go finish this job and play for a guy like him. Like, it's not taken lightly on us. Like, he deserves to go coach wherever he wants to coach because he's that kind of coach. And, like, but we're never going to have a team like this again. We're never going to have a coach like this again. And so us finishing the job with coach is too important to put words to.
I think you took my question.
I think Jake's trying to make me cry.
Yeah, seriously. So I'll ask Jack the same thing. Look, this week, Sam told us, like, look, we want to win for Coach, but we want to win for ourselves too. But to send Coach out this way with an American championship and for what he's meant for you, going back to Troy, just what does it mean to do that?
I mean, yeah, going back to Troy, I didn't really have a role on that team other than special teams, but we found our way to the championship, and, you know, we won one. And then when I came over here, I knew it'd be all over again. I'm starting at the bottom, have to work my way up. But, you know, Coach has pushed me the entire time. He's told me what he sees in me, and he's encouraged me to be great. And, I mean, it means the world to be able to play for him because I've seen the people he's produced before me, and, you know, I see where I fit in his style and, you know, his tenacity, his way of coaching. That's the shit I love.
This guy Jack does not just fit in, man. He's a baller in this defense.
Appreciate that.
Jack, going back to the football field, you guys held the number 1 offense in the country, shut down for most of the game, and the key of it, of course, was the turnovers. What really sparked you guys' ability to take the ball away tonight?
I mean, it's our mindset from the start. Like, we played the number 3, the number 2 offense, but, like, we don't really buy into all that. Like, you got to come show us that you're the number 2, the number 3, the number 1. So we started off early. We didn't see anything special, and as the game went on, like, we knew that this is just another ball game. Like, we can play with these boys. We got the answers, and you know, those turnovers are crucial. The one with Chris, that was the one that really sparked this, set us loose. And then, you know, the one on the goal line to shut down their little drive, that was huge. and then just being able to take the ball away from somebody really hurts them. Like you had something and you lost it. That's something that you can't really come back from too often.
First off, congratulations on the win, fellas. I'm happy for y'all. First question for you, Jack. Honestly, I just kind of want you to walk me through what I think was really the energy shifting play in the first half on that second North Texas drive where you forced the fumble, and that recovery went 35 yards, I think, the other way. Walk me through that play and how that kind of changed the entire, unironically, wave of the game.
I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but in our coverage, it was clown. So we have a clouded corner. I look to my right, corner's in a back pedal with me. That's not right. So I kind of got out of my break a little earlier than the ball was released. And I saw Sam hauling ass from the inside. So then I try to get outside leverage, force him back in and just put my head on the ball. I got up, I saw it loose. LJ scooped it up, and we were off to the races.
Should the corner get depth on 3rd and 20 or no?
He can do his job.
Corner made a great play. Jack made a better play, but corner made a good play.
Making him right.
Okay. John, you've known the potential of the defensive line all year long, but tonight, that was the other game changer after their touchdown. I think 4 sacks on the next 3 possessions and really took over the game at that point. Just what does that say about those guys? You had so many new faces in the transfer portal in that group, but just the way they took over the game at that point.
Yeah, it felt like going into the year that was probably one of our deepest, if not our deepest position groups where we could play 9 or 10 guys. We've had, lost Gerard Henderson to injury earlier in the year, but that group's been really deep. They've affected the passer in a lot of games this year. You go back to the opening play of the Northwestern game, and Harvey Dyson had a sack, remember? They started the year that way. And really tonight, I think they controlled, the last few weeks, they've controlled the front and the run game as well. So for our front to be able to control the run game and affect the passer, that makes the second and third level of the defense, it makes those guys' jobs a lot easier. So that group's got to, as we get ready to go into what's next here, they got to continue to elevate because we're going to play a pretty good football team around the corner, whoever that looks like, and so our defensive front's going to have to be stout.
Yeah, Brett Martell with AP. Jake, could you comment on just 2 things? One, your perception of it, or how to best describe the way you saw McClure running the ball tonight, his running style, thinking about like moving the pile 10 yards, stuff like that, and how important that was for generating energy for the offense. And the second is, after there was that lull in the third quarter or something, early in the fourth, what were you thinking going into that 6.5-minute drive that ended with the last field goal?
Yeah, first, Jamauri is just relentlessly tough physical runner. You got to get him down for him to be down. It's one of the most fun things we do, and I think Coach has talked about, it's one of his funnest things to watch in football is watch that O-lineman get behind a ball carrier and run. And I was telling Coach, I was like, I thought he was down. I started sprinting on the first one because I thought he was down, and I didn't realize it. And so, but yeah, watching Jamauri run is obviously it's incredible to watch that kid. He's super tough. Like I said, tough, relentless runner. That's how I describe him. And then, I would say the lull had something to do with the defense scoring on that drive. Chris Rogers pick 6, we were excited to get great field position and go score, and then the defense did it for us. So we appreciate them for that. But there's definitely a little bit of a lull, but we knew this offense is confident. We knew we're going to go win this game right now. We're going to go make a drive that they can't come back from, and sure enough, our defense made sure of that. And man, like I said, we ran the ball great all night. The stat sheet's hilarious because it says 199 instead of 200 because I probably handed the ball off to Bryce Bohannon at the end there, and that probably lost too many yards. But and to not answer your question and talk about Bryce, he deserves every bit of that, and that guy needs more ball time and doesn't get it, and so he gets to just put in so much time and effort for this team to watch us succeed. Bryce is just an unbelievable player, just unbelievable human being. The effect he has on this team has made this team what this team is. And so we did that, and Jack, we did that for him.
Oh, no, for sure.
like
100%.
him and because he's an older guy who this is his last year, like that's for a guy like him and for other guys like Dixon Agu, who's been out for the season but has grinded his tail off and been around the team and in the team every day when he could have been like, oh, I got to recover and it's a, you know, I think he's probably getting a medical red shirt, but no, he's in every meeting, he's in everything we do, embedded in this team, and it's guys like that we go out and put this performance on for. And so I just wanted to add that in there, even though it's not your question, but that's how I feel about a guy like Bryce. That's how this team feels about a guy like Bryce and Dixon and those guys. But yeah.
Jack, I don't know if you're aware yet, but you're the first player since 2017 to, in a conference championship, force a fumble, recover a fumble, and have an interception. Between those three plays, I'm just curious, do you have a favorite one, and can you kind of walk us through that one?
I'd probably say my favorite was the pick on the goal line, mainly because it felt like our backs were against the wall. You know, they were driving on us pretty good, and they ran the same trips detached. We're in a mall man call zero, and I know he's about to run the same pick play, and I just happened to get picked. I'm a little late to the spot. I see the ball tipped, and I mean, if I break that tackle, there's no one stopping me. But like that's probably the only thing that I'd change about that play.
Coach, this North Texas team was scoring 50 almost every week, eviscerating opponents, but when they met you guys in the trenches tonight, it looked like you had that advantage. So how does kind of your roster construction strategy of focusing on the trenches allow you to get moments like this?
Yeah, look, I got a lot of respect for North Texas. They're a good football team. They scored points on everybody. Football is still a physical game. And you got to play at the line of scrimmage with physicality to win in this game. I don't care what system you run. And I think their O-line was probably one of the more improved units in our league. We played them last year, and I said this during the media availability this week. I thought their O-line was significantly better than last year. I think our defensive line's better too, and so I think that showed it as an advantage for us most of the night. And when you went up front on either side of the ball, everybody else's job gets really easier. If you're not able to win up front, man, everybody else's job gets harder. And so hats off to our guys on both sides of the line of scrimmage for, I think, being the more physical team.
Yeah, John, you mentioned earlier 2 years ago you kind of ordained this night. What made you say that 2 years ago, that you would win conference championship? And did you believe it? Were you just trying to win the press conference? I mean, what was the belief you had then that led you to this day?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. I think it helps win maybe the press conference, but that doesn't matter. What matters is winning games and building a championship team and constructing a roster full of guys that have character and are about our core values. And this group, man, they're special, and I believed in what we could create here, as a team. And so this place is able to attract really high-level people. These guys are not just talented on the football field, but they're men of character, and they're good students, and that's what Tulane attracts. This place is the type of place that great people want to be a part of it, not average. And so when I said that, I wasn't trying to get people to clap. I was trying to get people to believe in the vision, and that's what we were about to do.
Following up real quick, what did it feel like to culminate that tonight?
Yeah.
The crowd and everything that was
Yeah, it felt awesome. It felt really good. This whole week's felt awesome around our team, man. I've had a blast coaching this team this week. I've had fun coaching this team this whole year. There's been certain moments where I thought they were going to drive me crazy, like the East Carolina game and the Army game, and there was games that I was losing my mind. But this week was so fun. I could tell we were going to play the way we played tonight all week. I really could. In the hotel last night in our captain's talk, where our 6 captains that are permanent season captains now for the postseason spoke, I was just in awe of the player leadership of this team, and those guys really, when they got done talking, I followed them, and I'm like, I got nothing left to say. Let's go win a game tomorrow, And so tonight was awesome, man. It was fun interacting with our players. Pre-game was fun. Today at the hotel was fun. Like I took everything that we did today. Like I'm like just cherishing every moment and trying to make sure I appreciate every interaction and every play. And I was probably like a little more calm tonight on the sideline, other than a couple instances, because I just was like really watching it and like watching our guys.
With that, we'll let you guys go and celebrate and get ready for the CFP.
Let's go.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.